welcome back to Aura Life. Today we're gonna jump right into all things Lollapalooza. The lineup dropped, we have more deets, so we want to talk about all of those things today. Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Ashley. I'm a rave mom and mom in real life, and today, like I said, we're gonna talk about Lollapalooza. Now, I just have to say, this took me by surprise because I have been following festival news in the Chicago area for a while, and I just felt like there was still a lot of things up in the air when it came to Lollapalooza, so I wasn't expecting it this year. I honestly thought, okay, maybe they're gonna come back next year, just because it seemed like all of the dates that were dropping after Labor Day. Lollapalooza historically is the last week of July or the first week of August, so I assumed, okay, maybe they're gonna push back to next year. And then out of the blue, earlier in the week, they announced that a lineup was gonna drop, so everybody was just kind of waiting around to see what happened. And then the lineup dropped, and you know, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see just the mix of genres. Now, if you're not familiar with Lollapalooza, Lollapalooza is a mixed genre festival. I believe it's 18 plus as well, so you know, there's a lot of things that come with a mixed genre festival. There's a lot of things that come with 18 plus. I don't see an issue with it. I will say that, you know, I have heard mixed reviews of Lolla. Like, some people some years are like, oh, I loved it, and other people say, oh, it's too young. I honestly believe that the artists on the lineup that they have each year will dictate the crowd. And what I mean by that is, if they have like older favorites, like I remember one year Outkast was on the lineup, and there's been other years where like Lady Gaga or some other people have been on the lineup. That really dictates the crowd that comes. So if there's like, you know, acts that appeal to an older audience, then that year it's kind of like more of an older crowd. Like, I'll have a lot more friends in my age bracket that will go. And if they're like acts that are kind of newer to the scene or younger, then you'll have a younger crowd. Last Lollapalooza, for instance, there was rumors that it was very kind of like a rowdy crowd. It was very young, and that's because a lot of the artists were like on the newer up and coming side. So I think that that contributed to it. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but in the news, there was a story that broke where people were sneaking in who didn't have tickets, and like they bump rushed one of the barricades to get in. Again, younger crowd. So I think that it really just depends on the mix of the people that they have on the lineup. And I say that to say, before I get into the actual lineup, I think this year might actually be a year where you're gonna see an older audience, just based off of the preview that I had and what I've looked at. So with that being said, I'll pull up the lineup. Now, like I said, Lollapalooza, it's a huge festival. It's typically at the end of July, early August. It's mixed genre, so there's EDM, hip hop. I know they have like, you know, rock bands, emo bands. I think there's folk bands. I mean, it's pretty much any genres that you can think of. And I think that there are like different stages. Like, there's one stage that I know like is more EDM, like artists that play there, but it's located in Grant Park, which is like Chicago's like Central Park, because you have like Grant Park and you have Millennium Park. They're kind of smashed up next to each other, and it spans like almost all the way to Millennium Park, so there's plenty of room and space for there to be multiple stages. This year it is gonna be full capacity. I was kind of shocked by that. Like, I'm surprised it's gonna be full capacity because Chicago's been pretty strict, but they've been relaxing restrictions here. And the rumor is that, well, not the rumor, but they did announce that you will have to either have a negative test or be vaccinated. Lucky for me, I am fully vaccinated, so that is appealing to me as well to consider going to this festival. If you want to know if I'm gonna go, make sure you wait until the end of this video and I'll explain what my plans are. I've been talking about in Chicago that there may be something called a Vax Pass, where if you're vaccinated, you can go to pretty much any major festival. I mean, Chicago is really known for their festival season here that starts pretty much now after Memorial Day. You have smaller festivals, bigger festivals. You have the Taste of Chicago that happens around the 4th of July. And then you have Lollapalooza is kind of towards the end where it kind of wraps things up. Now we have North Coast. So there's a lot of events that are coming back. And so a Vax Pass might be a good idea. It might make people feel safer. Good thing everything is outdoors, so that gives us some security as well. All right, that's enough about the logistics. I know you want to know about the lineup. So I'm just going to go over the people that really stand out to me because there is a crap ton on here. So I'm just going to talk about the ones that like intrigued me during my first run through. So the Foo Fighters at the top of the card, the Foo Fighters, Post Malone, Tyler the Creator, Miley Cyrus, DaBaby, Marshmello, Millennium, Journey, Megan Thee Stallion, and Roddy Ricch. So the first ones that really stand out to me is definitely Megan Thee Stallion. I would really love to see her. I love Megan. I like her music. I think she stands as a very strong female, and that really is intriguing to me. I just like her. She's a whole vibe. So I would be interested to see her. Marshmello, I'm not a mellow head. Like I listen to a couple of his songs, but I'm not like a diehard fan. But hey, anything EDM, I would go to see him. Why not? I haven't seen him at all, so I would be interested in that. Millennium, okay guys, don't kill me. Millennials, don't kill me, but I'm not a Millennium fan. I do like some of his music in terms of like things that I've heard on XM radio, because I do have that in my car. So that's typically when I come across him. But the sets that I've seen digitally just don't do anything for me. Like I just think that it's more melodic and slower pace, and it's more the feels, which I completely understand. If I'm gonna go to a feelsy set, I wanna go to a feelsy house set. Like I'm more of a Rufus Du Sol person, or a Lane 8 kind of person, or a Cascade kind of person. Like for me, it just doesn't do it for me. But pop off. If this is what you love, like I think that Millennium is a major draw, and I think for Lala to have them on their card, I think is a good move for them. You may be surprised, but my husband is really interested in Journey. Like he loves Journey, which is funny because he really is more so into R&B and hip hop, but he's into Journey. I like Journey. I think that would be a fun time to see Journey. And I love DaBaby. I would go also to the Post Malone set. So like this whole upper card, like the headliners, I would see a lot of these. Other names that stand out to me below that, Limp Bizkit, Young Thug. Limp Bizkit, like, whoa, throwback into like my childhood. Like I'm talking, woo, what, middle school? Like that just, I was like, whoa, Limp Bizkit. But I mean, why not? I would go see him. Steve Aoki, Allison Wonderland. I've seen Allison Wonderland at Spring Awakening. I've seen Steve Aoki at Spring Awakening. Would definitely see them again. Jimmy Eat World stood out. Again, there's a lot of emo vibes in here. Like, ooh, like it really takes me back to like high school. But for me, I'm not an emo head, but I think that's interesting that they're taking this approach. Me, I would definitely see Chami. I still haven't seen Chami live, guys. That's crazy, isn't it? So I would definitely see Chami. Jaws is on here. I haven't seen Jaws live. Would definitely see Jaws. Yellow Claw, it's been a while since I've seen Yellow Claw. I don't think I've seen them since 2016. Would definitely go to that set. Subtronics is on here. Oliver Heldens, I've seen him. I know, like, I have a lot of friends who really love Oliver Heldens. The set that I went to was at Spring Awakening. It was a daytime set. He didn't headline, so I felt like it was more of a chill set. It wasn't as exciting as, you know, maybe a headliner set, but I would be interested in seeing him again. Like, I really liked his vibe. I had a good time at the set. It just wasn't like a main event. Cash Cash, I've seen Cash Cash, good time. You know, it's very like radio, like they have that radio sound, so I think it would be fun. I think, you know, we would still, you know, dance and have a good time. Peekaboo, that's for my base head. Sullivan King. Say My Name is on here. Lost Kings. Wooly. Dombresky, that I definitely want to see Dombresky. I think that like there was people were speculating that Dombresky was supposed to be at EDC 2020. Obviously that didn't happen. So seeing Dombresky, I would be really excited about that because I was really looking forward to seeing him. So definitely would be on my list. Elderbrook, same, like really good house vibes. Dr. Fresh. Vanessa, I still haven't seen Vanessa live, but she's been on my list, so that would be good. Brownies and Lemonades All-Stars, that would be a really good time and a good set. And the rest of these, I think, are just like smaller unknown art, like the undercard, smaller unknown artists. So, you know, I mean, all in all, I feel like it's a good lineup. I know it's been like kind of polarizing. Some people feel like parts of it are left field, but there's some good EDM artists in here. There's a good mix. Like if I were going all of those days, I think I would be pleased enough to go and have enough EDM to, you know, take my time up and mix other genres in there. So personally, I'm happy with this lineup. There's a lot of people on here that I would want to see. Now, am I going? So this is interesting, guys. Shout out to my husband. Hi, babe. I love you. So my husband surprised me with Lolla tickets. I'm so stoked. I'm gonna be going all 4 days. This will be my first Lolla. I have friends, even though I lived in Chicago, I've just never gone. There hasn't really been necessarily like a full lineup that's intrigued me, but my hubby really wants to go, and I'm just so excited to go to a full festival with my husband. It's just gonna be the two of us. There may be like a couple other couples that are going, but it's just gonna be us two. Just am excited to spend some quality time with my babe, and I'm excited to go to Lolla. Now I will say that Lollapalooza, in terms of like the fashion and everything, because it's a mixed genre, it's very casual. It's less ravey and EDM. So I'm excited to play around with what I'm gonna be wearing. I haven't really decided that yet, but I will keep you guys informed, and maybe I'll even do a little video around what I'm gonna wear. So I'm excited. Are you going to Lollapalooza? Make sure you comment that down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it informative. Who are you excited to see at Lollapalooza? Let me know. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you click that subscribe button to get more video content around Chicago festivals as the season ramps up. I love you guys so much, and as I always say, positive self, positive wealth. Bye.